Hey people, I found this ancient script eviction notice for King Djoser, the Third Dynasty. This was 2686 BC, 4,700 years ago. And it explains, it's a eviction notice, and it's going to explain why Djoser was erased and they don't know a whole lot about him. It's written in ancient Hebrew, so let me show y'all a trick to memorize this Hebrew alphabet. It takes about 30 seconds. And it says, a big doozy, tickle men so picks first. And so picks, PX, means to raise picks. In the Hebrew Bible, to say it means scattered, but this is what it means. It means to raise picks. It's what we should be doing right now. A big doozy, tickle men so picks first. And then when you read it backwards, it says, 'tis sharks posing Malachi, these we digging, dogging. So Amaleki is the Hebrew word. MLKI is the Hebrew word for messenger or angels. The N is BA, and it's often given the meaning in the Bible. BA, ba, N is come in, entered. So it's in the second line of Psalms 37, and the first line is telling the purpose of this letter. And it's here in this second line. And then the dosage comes in the third, and then the reasons why come after that. But it's called, they interpret it as like the grass, soon they should be cut down, and as green the herb. But they got this mixed up, because to cut down is over here, curf. Like to curfew is your cutoff date. To curf is a stone, is to put a score in it, to break it. So this is the kosher mera make mellow, I to make MLU. The kosher mera to make mellow, to kerf dose. So we had a better idea of it looking at this first line, to see what this letter was all about. So it starts, it's like a proper letter, a title, and this is to who, and it's signed at the bottom here. And so this is LDUD, that it's leaded, the writing of DUD. And then you hit the wall and it reads backwards, of doodle, DUDL, of doodle. And so this is a derogatory name for whoever was putting this later, less quality art down there in Egypt. He was just doodling on the walls. They're not talking about the antiquity, the ancient rock work. But it's of the doodle, real proper like to start. To the dude that's been doodling, and then L, your Romance languages, that they'll put a feminine, a masculine on the beginning of words. El and la señorita, el señora. And so El, wrath of, El of wrath it tither, RH, it's got a hyphen here, it reads backwards and forwards, RHTTHR. And so you read it backwards here, you see it RHT, wrath it tither. So the wrath it tither, wrath is extreme anger. Tither is a highly nervous or excited or agitated state. He's running around worrying about the wrath, and he's putting the pictures on the wall. He's doodling about the wrath. Doodle of the wrath it tither. And then in morrow. Everything with a R-O in there, they give it evil throughout the Bible, or a R-S-O is evil. But it's in morrow is. B-M-R-O. In morrow. And the final M is a S. That's why it looks like the S, because it's pronounced the S. I-S. In morrow is. Come tomorrow. Of. It reads backwards and forwards with this hyphen here. A-N-Q, the Ankh. T-Q-N-A. Taken. Come tomorrow, we're going to take your Ankh. And then it's signed Bossy, B-O-S-I, O-W-L-E, the Bossy Owl. So this is Bossy Owl. Bossy Owl is Bohemian Grove, where all the rulers of the world go over there and set a fire on that owl and talk about how they're going to destroy your life every year. And that was the most ancient money. The Drac. This is the ancient, and people think this is a A-O-E, but it's actually a more ancient language, and this is a D-R-H, drachma, where the word drachma come from. So this kind of sets the stage here, and it lets us know that this isn't a medical term for this Blue Cush, because it's a derogatory letter, and it's like yeah, you've been smoking too much wacky weed and been drawing that shit on the wall, you know. But it says to give, Kusher, K-H-X-I-R. The X is the T-S or the C-H or the T-Z or the X, X-I-R. This X would be the same X in sex, X-E-X. To give the Kusher, Mara, make mellow. And so Mara is like marine, the oceans, with Mara, Marie, blue. This means blue, not green. And to make mellow, and that would be over here where it says wither. That probably belongs up here at make mellow. The kosher. The kusher is where the herb goes. To give the kusher, Mara make mellow. The kusher blue, to make mellow. To kerf. And so this is what they have, shall be cut down, but kerf doesn't actually mean to cut. Like I say, when you're cutting a stone, you score it, you kerf it, in order to get a line where the stone will break. You don't try to cut all the way through it. And so to kerf means to score. To score a D-S-A. To score a dose. And then Jabulin. J-B-U-L-U-N. And so this is a medical term. It's to J, to make, B, N, and will, W-L-W-N, to make and will win. Whenever you can get around to it, anytime you can, I want you to take this treatment, is what the doctor's saying. A doodle dude of the wrath it tither, in morrow is of Ankh taken, Bossy Owl. We come to take your Ankh tomorrow, so get you some kosher blue, make mellow, score you a dose, and then we'll win. To make and we'll win. And then it tells him how to use it here. Bath. B-T-H, T-H-H, to bathe. This H and E mix up for H-E, but the H is also the C-H sometime. But after the TH, the tet, it could be just an E. B-T-H-H-E, bathe. To bathe, bayou, B-I-E-W-E. This is you. In you, bayou. To bathe, bayou. To bathe in you, W-O-S-E. W-O-S-H. To wash. To bathe in you, wash. and then it has the tack. So this is reading backwards and forwards. So this B doesn't have the point like this here, bathe, buy, have, wash. So it's just pronounced in, N-W-T-H, in with of, U-V. In with of, soak in, share. So share is a word that everybody recognized. It was on everybody's deed. And everybody knew to read that X-R-A, share. And so that's just soak and share drugs. To row and row enema. This reads backwards. E-N-U-M-A. And so this is where your word enema come from. And it's also where your word enuma elish come from. And so this is where that word comes from, enuma elish. It's right here, and it's said to mean when on high. The enuma here, you see E, and then N-U-M-E-L-I-S. Enuma elish. And so this is the En is the gods, as in El is the gods of Hebrew. So in this ancient Akkadian, the En was the gods, and M is the same as from, the gods from above, high, the high elites, the high elites, the gods above, the on from elites. And so this next line is wetong, or wet tongue, W-E-T-O-N-G, and it's the whole thing's a play on words, and it says in the Chinese wetong, but it's also a wet tongue. All have you, reads backwards and forwards, E-V-E or H-E-V-E, have, Y-E-W-E. Wetong, all have you Vitan. Vitan means knowledge of. Vitan and knowledge. Wetong, all have you Vitan. Clock, reads backwards and forwards, K-L-K. The knowledge of the clock. From shout, S-H-A-L-T. From shout, Lubbock. So Lubbock is your direction. A lubber line is this line on a compass. It's on a boat, and it points to the direction that the boat is going. So a Lubbock isn't the line, but it's the direction that the boat is going. So wetong will change meanings through there, but this is what it means right here. It says wetong. You see, that's over here on the side of the dictator, and that's what it means is emperor. If you dare to put the tongue on your money, and you'll see it on Caesar, and you'll see it in other places, but this is the old Egyptian tongue, old Chinese tongue, and that's what it meant, is we dared to say we were the emperor of the world. You see it here. You see it on this Caesar money. So you see this other symbol on money too, and it means to bite your tongue. It means we're going to print our own money, and we have wind power. Sometimes it's hidden in the rebus, in the owl, O-W-L or O-V-L, of L, of the command, drachma, command of money. And sometimes it's hidden in the pluribus, in the plume is the feather, and the rebus is the puzzle. The feather is the scribe's puzzle. It should be hidden in a rebus, in the plume. It should be hidden in the of here. of Amar, of word. So this is we tongue, we in command, all have you know it. We of the tongue shall have you know it. The clock from shout direct. And he's got them all named off. He's got 1, 2, 3 lines for each letters. And so the first one will start with whatever that letter was. He'll go down a list of the alphabet. Gall, all have you. The dark coveth, allow to Djoser. The gall is that growth on your great aunt's neck, or bold and imprudent behavior. All have you, or he's backwards and forwards with this tack. And then this dark here has 2 K's, and it's dark coveth, Cuvth, and you can see the meaning of coveth inside the word in the B tet, in collect, to coveth, thou shalt not covet. Allow to who, vahu, to who Djoser. Who Djoser is almost right. Is anybody passing by? Is tourist, or anybody passing by? And he'll rattle about that a little more, but that's where your word who Djoser come from, is Djoser. Or that's where your word Djoser come from, is who Djoser. So this line really shows how they flip the meaning of each word. And so this is evict, vav, to evxia, to evixia. Cowards, K-A-U-R-X, the Tazati, T-Z or T-S. The cowards defect, D-F-K. To evixia, cowards defect. And from UM, and from spot, give. And from the spot, give. That means you're going to give up the spot you have. From the spot, give. Cox the rise, K-X, Cox, E the R-I-S, rise. Like I say, this is a M, and it means from, but it's pronounced S on the end of a word. And so rise means to first make from, or to rise. The cocks. So when your cocks arises early in the morning, not noonday, the cocks, if your rooster don't wake up till noon, he's broke. But the cocks the rise, the cocks get up. Early in the morning, be evicted, be out of there, evict. This is the word they'll give all the time. It says, and I am the God who brought you out of Egypt. And it says you is evicted, and you cowards defect. And from the spot give, to give up your spot. The coward's defect is as the light of your righteousness. They flip the meaning of every word. But you can see what I'm getting at here is any religion that claims this Bible to be the base of their religion, they're total asleep sheep. They've never tried to read this, and they are the problem. They're the majority, and they're going to cause us to lose our whole world into this new world order. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. The rest of it gets kind of nasty, and they're liable to take some movies down for being racial prejudice and sexist in there. So I'll put it in a separate movie. Alright, please share. Good day.